what a great way to finish the regular season, but to send these seniors out. I don't know, I mean, these kids have been through so many things during the course of their 4 years or 5 years here that are the seniors. And for them to have an opportunity to tie a school record, most wins in a regular season, was awesome. Offensively today, it was one of those days it was, just like everything that you practiced came to fruition. And I told them in the locker room, I said, you realize that you're the same offense that only scored 14 points against Alcorn State. And I said, and today you were 7 of 7 in the red zone. You rushed the ball for 380 yards during the course of the game. Alex was like Alex always is. I mean, he's just unbelievable in creating plays. His ability to extend plays, to scramble. And now the receivers are starting to get into the idea that this guy ain't scrambling to try to scramble and make 6 yards. He's scrambling to try to throw a touchdown. And their ability to uncover and guys making plays for him is outstanding.
It's been a ride, and I'm just so happy to be a part of it. And I'm so happy to be, considered a leader on this team. And I wouldn't trade it for anything. And I'm just, like I said, I'm so happy to be here. And, for the guys that are here now and that kind of fought through all the years before and the losing, and now that we're 8-4, we're up, and I love to see the smile on the guys' faces, after wins. It's a wonderful feeling, just to do that in my last game here and to be able to do it with the guys in here. I can't say enough about the guys in here. I wouldn't be standing in front of you talking to you if it wasn't for the guys in here. I wouldn't have broke 60 if it wasn't for A1 or whoever was running back in that situation. That they dove on him, and I was just able to take it up the seam and run kind of fast.
I mean, it's mixed emotions. Obviously, a great feeling. Not winning more than 6 games since I've been here, and it doesn't just start with this class. It started with since my freshman year. We had a great group of seniors my freshman year and my sophomore year, and I just want to commend those guys. And they stuck through and they taught us the way how to work hard. And we didn't always get to this point where we're at now, but they pushed us to become better leaders to lead this team. So, I mean, it's everybody, all the alumni, everybody who's ever been a part of this program who helped us get to this point. I mean, it really hasn't kicked in yet. I mean, it was kind of kicking in when me and Trayvon got carried off by some of the linebackers. And I just remember Davo last year, me and Trayvon and Fred, we carried him off. And, I mean, it seems so far away from now. I mean, I wouldn't even think at that moment, hey, 365 days from now, you're going to be doing the same thing. And just since from when I got here as a freshman, time flies. I mean, I feel like I was here yesterday and playing in my last game. Getting a win is the most important thing. It's so hard to win in college football, and I'm just happy to do it with my brothers. I mean, I think that's for the whole team, but I think everybody else just it's kind of weird just having a senior day and that being your last game and then coming back and playing on the field. So we had a weird kind of senior year with the hurricane and everything and rescheduling this game, but that's usually been the tradition. And once I seen Trayvon doing it, the other guys came pick me up. So I think we're the only two who did it, but we're going to keep it going.
We didn't play as well defensively as you'd like to. We had some good stops. We had a great field goal block. We created 2 turnovers in the second quarter that flipped the momentum back because they had, after we got off to a good start, they had kind of flipped the momentum on us. And those 2 turnovers were critical to go in and take a halftime lead and everything. And, all of you have heard me say this before a little bit. I mean, every game that this team plays is kind of like building your own history, your knowledge of how to play games. And, the one thing that we've never had an opportunity to do is to have somewhat of a good lead and be able, to keep the foot on the pedal. And, we have a tendency at times, we've done it a couple of times where we kind of back off. Then it's like, oh, gosh, we got to play hard again. And but offensively, it was outstanding today. So I'm thrilled with the way these kids played.
Bryce works hard, and he gravitates to the moment. Even when, he was a backup, he would make great plays on offense, and he's a very positive guy. When T.O. went down, usually guys, it's easy to get nervous when, that top guy, that guy you look up to, and now you're the starter. Everybody's depending on you to make plays, but he stepped to the plate, and he made a lot of plays today. He used his hands, and he just executed his job. Everybody has their job, and he did his job today numerous times.
Finally feeling comfortable, back to myself. Finally, me and McGough clicking again. I had to step up, because we had a major letdown with Teal, and it wasn't hard, but it was different. I had to come in and kind of match his intensity, which great player. I wouldn't say my role model, but I look up to him, to see how he competes, see how he beats the DBs. But other than that, it was just a great day for me.
Well, he's always been confident. He's always been a confident player, and he's always been he can do this, he can do that, and it really showed today. And I think moving forward with his career, this game will be a game he can look back on and say, you know what, I am good. This is what I can do. Going in to the week, we knew their corners were great players, and that was something in my head. And that first one, it was I don't remember, it was a third down call. I think it was a third down and medium maybe. And we had a good call on and one-on-one, and I just got, I gave him a shot, and he made a play. And pretty much on the second one, too, it was a one-on-one, and he made a heck of a catch on that second one. And then the third one, it was kind of a scramble drill. I could have ran it in, or I could have gave Bryce, his third one. And all really did flash in my mind. You say, does that really happen that fast? It actually did. I was like, I might as well give it to him. And I ran over there. I was like, you owe me maybe like a chicken nugget or something.
You think to yourself, you're like, am I really that good? You can say that. You question yourself. You're like, is this really for me? And I have plenty of people that were behind me, keeping me motivated, telling me, you can do it, you can do that. It's part of football. You're not always going to be that guy. You're going to have to watch from behind. You have to learn from watching other people. You ain't going to always learn from making your own mistakes. And it was hard for me, but it finally paid off today, I guess you could say.
Obviously, he was the backup behind Thomas Owens, and when Thomas went down, he was in the game throughout the first half of the season to give Thomas a break. He'd go in maybe every third or fourth possession, so Thomas couldn't, he can't play 75, 80 plays, so I think that him playing early gave him a little bit of confidence, and when he got in, and every week he got a little bit better, a little bit better, a little bit better, and he's a terrific athlete. That's one of the things when we were recruiting him. He was a quarterback and a wide receiver, and he played point guard on the basketball team. he's an all-around athlete, and obviously you saw today some of the 50-50 jump balls. It isn't 50-50 when you're throwing to somebody. He's got like a 39, 40-inch vertical jump. He may be 6 foot tall, but he plays like he's like 6'4" because he can sky out jump a lot of guys. And his growth and development has been outstanding. I think, the other part of it is I think Alex, like all quarterbacks, you got to earn their trust. They got, I'm going to throw you the ball, you catch it, okay, I'll throw it to you again, and then that relationship continues to grow, and now he's got a lot of confidence in Bryce.
Coaches always preach that we're getting better and better each game, so that means coming up, even though McGough is a senior, we should have a good game in the bowl game. Finally connecting him. It took probably, because being the backup, you don't really connect. You run with the twos in practice. So connecting with him today meant something for the whole team in offense. Yeah, I would give it all to the play call and McGough, putting the ball in perfect place, perfect timing. I wouldn't take all the credit for that because we worked so hard and it took time for this to happen today.
Here's the thing. One of the things we got a reputation that we talk about on our special teams. We got a big play, big hit reputation, and over the course of time, we have caused fumbles on kickoff cover. We've had a lot of really good plays in special teams, and last week we forced 2 missed field goals, and one we kind of tipped with our hand. These kids have given effort on every extra point, on every field goal. I personally believe you can judge the character and the heart of a team by how hard somebody just scored a touchdown. You're mad, you're angry. Now you got to go try to block an extra point. And for them to go out there and do that, it says volumes about their character.
Brad's a guy. When I came in, I've done the other interviews I've told. I rough intramurals, and the first time I met Brad, I met Brad through Fred Rush. They're from the same city, but I was out roughing intramural flag football. He was out there just playing and trying to get better on his technique. And he would come up to me like, "How's the team doing? And what time of workouts you guys doing?" And I'm trying to get back on the team. And that was my freshman year. He didn't get back on to this year. So he's just a guy who's been working hard since he got here. Going back to the field goal block, that's something we preach, it's something we pride ourselves on. Even when guys score, we're going to take that point off the board, and we rush hard every time. I don't get the chance to rush very often, but those guys up front, the guys off the edge, Trayvon, Furman, the corners, they come off every time. And if there's any miscount or their operation slows down a little bit, we know we're going to get it because we're coming hard.
Yeah, I'm probably one of the most excited people, in the building. But I can say that you could probably say that about every single person. So we're pumped and we're ready to find out, which bowl we're going to be, going to, and we're excited.
I'm just happy to be going at this point. I mean, really any of them. I'm not too sure which ones we're predicted to go to. I want to play with my brothers one more time, and then hopefully get a win.
Because it's a bowl game. It's going to be fun. You know, we're going to be with the guys, and you know, it's going to be once in a lifetime experience. You know, for me, because considering my last year. So wherever we end up, I'm going to be super excited and you know, just ready for the challenge.
Well, the one thing for sure, regardless of who takes us, they're going to get an exciting football team. That this team, you know, over the second half of this season, you know, we've had some great games where we've played defensively, but the one thing is this offense has grown. It's gotten better, and we've scored points. We had 47, I think, last week against Western Kentucky. Today we got 63. I mean, they're in rhythm, and they're playing good, and that's with the fact that we've lost some unbelievable high-profile players. I mean, we lost Thomas Owens, the starting wide receiver. We lost Neil Mars, the starting center. We've had some guys that have been out, but the next man up idea, guys have stepped up and they've played good. But hopefully people just recognize that they're going to get a classy football team, kids that know how to play and compete, and they'll represent whatever bowl game it is in first-class manner.
Yeah, you know, we're going to come in tomorrow, watch this game. You know, there was obviously some mistakes. The pick I had was probably inexcusable. You know, I would say it was probably my worst one all year. But, you know, I bounced back and we bounced back, you know, so that's, you know, something to learn from, and we're just going to keep learning and keep getting better.
After a game, win or loss, the mindset of us is just to work on ourselves. So that day after, we come in, we watch film, we try to correct the things we did wrong that day, and on defense, that was a lot. I mean, we're just correcting that, and we work on ourselves no matter who we're playing. I feel like we're going to play very well. We have a lot of athletes, DNs, corners. I feel like we've been coming together as a defense, and as you see, as an offense today. And just, I mean, we fixed the things today. I mean, hopefully in the upcoming days we'll learn who we're playing and just watch film, figure out their tendencies and stuff like that, and be ready to ball.
Clearly, obviously, a chance, one, to get healthy, to get rested, focus on academics, finish that. But teams that get a chance to go to bowl games, when you think about it, the limitations that you have in spring practice as a program, you get 15 days in the spring. If you don't go to a bowl game, the growth and the development of your football program is somewhat stymied because so now we've got, I don't know what bowl game, but we're going to probably have a minimum of 8 and maybe as many as 15 potential practices, a lot of it devoted to the, you know, to the team that we're going to play, but a lot of it is going to give a chance for a lot of these young guys. Now the coaching staff can focus. We can jumpstart experimentation, move some people around, try this guy, and don't have to wait until March to try to do that. We can run an experimentation. I got 10 guys, I guarantee on Monday, I'm asking them, I want you to do this and this and this for the next couple of weeks. And it does. You get 10 or 12. If you go to a bowl game in every kid's career, you're talking about maybe 40 to 50 practices over the course of their career that other teams don't get.
I feel like it's just a build of confidence. For our offense and for our defense, we're creating more turnovers on defense. Obviously, we didn't have our best game. We got to tackle better. I personally have to tackle better. I remember probably 4, maybe even 5 missed tackles, missed assignments. And, I mean, we still fought it through, but our offense, just I've known since the offseason, I knew they had a lot of weapons on there, not even counting the incoming freshmen, and they just put it all together today. Obviously, a record-setting day, and they kind of bailed us out. We had a lackadaisical day. Not tackling well, not executing well. And I got to be a leader and develop us and make sure we get on point and communicate well. But, I mean, we got out of it. A win's a win, and I just want to commend our offense. I mean, they played their butts off today.
Yeah, taking the knee on the last play was, you know, was something special. You know, I will never forget that. You know, all the memories I had, good, bad, and different, it doesn't matter because, you know, it shaped me to who I am today. And, you know, the people that I've been with, the people that are here now, I just thank you so much for, you know, staying with us and staying with me.